So, welcome back. Now, we saw in the last lecture about the language of chemistry, right? We learned a lot about the symbols. Now let us understand chemical symbols a little more in detail, right? So what are we going to learn today is about chemical symbols. Chemical symbols. By now, you know very clearly why symbols are required, right? And why do I call them as chemical symbols? Because we are using the symbols for chemical elements. And what are elements? The pure and the simplest form of matter, which are made up of atoms. So, what is a symbol? It is nothing but a short form that stands for the abbreviation, that stands for the, basically you can say, atom of a specific element. So, a chemical symbol is nothing but a short form that stands for the atom of a specific element. Now, say for example, we discussed a lot of examples last time. I'll be discussing some more of them. So, how do we name the symbols? There are atoms which will have the symbols only with their first letters, like carbon, the symbol is C. Okay, so let me write carbon, symbol is C. Hydrogen, okay, the symbol is H. I take nitrogen, the symbol is N. Can you give me some more elements which will have their element chemical symbol starting with their first initial letter, which is always written in capitals? Remember that the symbol of the first element will always be written in capital. Okay, same way if I take oxygen, the symbol is O. The initial letter is what I have taken as the chemical symbol for these elements. Any more elements which will have the same single alphabet as their chemical symbol? So carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen. I can take sulfur, where the symbol is S. I can take phosphorus, where the symbol is P, the initial letter. And then there are certain elements where I cannot use the same alphabet again, you know, because like I am using C for carbon, I cannot use C for chlorine, although chlorine starts from the letter C. So what do we do for such elements? So when I come to chlorine, I take a second alphabet from the same chemical name. Understand, this is the chemical name, and what we are going to write is the chemical symbol. So the first alphabet, which will be C, will always be written in capital letters, whereas the second alphabet, whichever I take from here in case of chlorine we have taken L as the second alphabet, will be always written in small letters. Remember that. This is very important to understand as far as chemistry is concerned. So for chlorine, the symbol is Cl. Okay. Any other element? Yes, I can take, say, neon. The symbol is Ne. I can take helium. Okay. The symbol is He. I am not considering over here any kind of Latin names because these elements don't have their Latin names. They are used in their main chemical ICSE nomenclature only. Okay, and in a similar manner, if I take magnesium, the symbol is Mg. Okay, I take any other element, say argon. Again, it's an inert element. The symbol is Ar. Okay, any other element can you think of? There are many such elements which you can think of. Say zinc. Again, so what would be the symbol for zinc? Zn. Remember, I had told you, you have to revise all of them. Yes. Post this, there are yet another elements, chemical elements, who are known by their Latin names. Okay, which are such elements? Say natrium. Natrium, that's the Latin name. The chemical name of natrium is sodium, but I am not going to use the symbol from the chemical name. I use the symbol from the Latin name, that is Na. So Na stands for sodium or natrium. Your common salt, sodium chloride, NaCl, right? That contains Na in it, natrium. Okay. Then I have hydrogen. That's your mercury. Okay, So the symbol used is Ag. I have aurum, that is nothing but your gold. The symbol used is Au, that's aurum, the Latin name. Okay, so this is how the Latin names are also used to write on the symbol chemically. So now it's very clear that how do we name the chemical elements, the atoms. Okay, these are the atoms, the chemical name, the chemical symbol, chemical name, chemical symbol, chemical name, chemical symbol, and that's how we name each and every element and we symbolize it. And as on today, whatever number of elements are known, we know the symbols of all those elements and it becomes easier for us to remember them. So what does a chemical symbol signify? That's what you need to know. What does a chemical symbol signify? Number one, it will tell you the name of the atom. Correct? It will tell you the name of the element. What is the name of the element? So by looking at, say, any other element which is not mentioned over here, if I take for example your Cr, okay, so by looking at Cr, what do I come to know? The name of the element. The name of the element, the first part, what I come to know is the name of the element. And what's the name of this element? The name of this element is nothing but chromium. So I come to know that the name of the element is chromium. What else do I come to know from this? I also come to know, looking at the symbol, that there is only one atom. Correct? It's only one atom. I have not written over here Cr2 or Cr3 or Cr4. It's only Cr, one atom. So you come to know one atom of element. One atom of element. You come to know one atom of element. Okay? And thirdly, you also come to know the definite mass of that atom. The third important information that you get is the definite mass of an atom, or you can say the atomic weight expressed in grams. So you come to know about the atomic weight expressed in grams of that particular element. So say for example, if it's nitrogen, the N symbol notifies you that N is the symbol for chemical element nitrogen. N stands for one atom of nitrogen, and N also gives you the information that one atom of nitrogen weighs 14 grams. That is atomic weight expressed in grams. And that's how you come to know very important information from the symbol of chemical elements. And that's end of chemical symbols. What you are supposed to do? The chemical symbol chart. I'll be sharing that chart on this video, post this video. Please save it as a copy if you can, okay, and put it on your study table and regularly go through it at least once so that you understand the chemical symbol and its importance, and you memorize all the symbols of most of the known elements to us. Next, what we'll be learning in this case would be what is a chemical formula and how is a formula obtained. But before that, one more slight confusion that children make many a times is between the symbols, say CO and CO. Example, CO and CO. Now what is the difference between these two things? The difference between these two things is that this CO, when the second letter is written in small letter, is the symbol for cobalt. It is the symbol for cobalt. But over here, the moment you have the second letter written in capital, then that is not an element, that is not an atom. Then this particular molecule is a molecule or a compound. So here we have C and O both written in capital. C capital is the symbol for carbon, O capital is the symbol for oxygen. So this is carbon and oxygen combination compound formed over here. That's nothing but your carbon monoxide. This is your carbon monoxide. So please remember that whenever we write down the chemical symbol of an atom, the second letter will always be written in small, whereas if the second letter appears as capital, then that's not an element, that's not an atom, that's definitely a compound of a combination of two or more atoms or elements in it together, all together. Is it? So I think I am very, very clear as far as chemical symbols are concerned. Next we'll be seeing what is a chemical formula and how do we write down a chemical formula. Till then, keep reading and keep watching us. Thank you.